Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of GTASC 2015. This is our third scoring recap, even though this is our fourth week of the contest, as we have just completed our first double elimination period for the contest. Hopefully though that will be our last, as that is not the ideal way of eliminating teams. So we have 2 weeks of stuff jammed into one scoring recap, so let's just go ahead and get right to it, as there has been plenty that has happened over the 2 weeks. First off though is the DQs, and there are only one. It's on the individual side, and it's RIP GFW Live, who was set to no tracking during the first week of the double elimination period, and has been officially eliminated when the rollover occurred on Saturday. Fortunately though, he was not on the team still left in the contest, so his team was not eliminated because of his selfish acts. Alright, anyway, looking at the team side of the contest, and it's Achievement Superhero Squad, who won the scoring variant by over 13k between them and second place Brute Force Crew. They did so with 43,478 TA earned from 1,078 achievements unlocked this scoring period. That makes them the first team with over 1,000 achievements unlocked for a scoring period in this year's contest. The last team to do so was during the finals of last year. They led the way on the team side by utilizing both Saints Row's games as well as Worms Battleground and the Telltale series such as The Walking Dead, The Wolf Among Us, and Game of Thrones. I could go on forever talking about the games that they used to unlock 1,078 achievements this scoring period. However, that'll just make this video ridiculously long, so I'll just stick to the highlights of their main scoring chunk. Below them, with a pedestrian 30,615 TA from 583 achievements unlocked, is Brute Force Crew, who comes in second for the scoring period and also uses both Saints Row's games as well as some of the Telltale series to finish above 30,000 TA for the scoring period. Rounding out the top three during this double elimination period is the Year of the Goat, who unlocked 624 achievements for 28,163 TA. They snuck into the podium with the help of both Saints Row's re-elected as well as Get Out of Hell, as well as Dragon Age Inquisition and Riptide GP2. No Ordinary Wong and Wolfo's team completed the top 5, as these 5 were sitting pretty during the hectic double elimination scoring period, which came down to the final hours. 2 of the bottom 5 at midweek rounds out 2 of the bottom 3 at the scoring recap. Team Math Who finishes at the bottom with their 1,569 TA from their 56 achievements unlocked for the double scoring period. Onan Pone is 600 points above them with their 2,113 TA from only 47 achievements unlocked. Team Beastman Rules finishes out the bottom 3 with their 66 achievements for 2,118 TA. What's in a Name and Team Knowing Adam round out the bottom 5, with Team Knowing Adam actually using their bonus last week on the final day, hoping to make a surprise jump above the elimination line, but that was before the scoring period rolled over, and they have since fallen off. But if you remember at midweek, there were 3 teams that sat at the bottom 3. The Red Team, Team Bezelbug, and Tiny Tina's Tea Party, in one of the best moves of the contest so far. All 3 teams moved into safety by utilizing their bonus, as well as scoring points over the rest of the period. Tiny Tina's Tea Party, who was actually the third from the bottom team, actually ends up in the worst position at the end, in 567th place. Team Bezelbug, who was second worst, ends up in second best at 558th place, and then Red Team, who was in fact at the very bottom of the board, ends up in 522nd. All 3 teams know how to make their bonuses count, and we'll move on to the next week. Congrats to them though. Best move of the contest so far. Looking back at the elimination line though, and despite it being a 2-week scoring period, only 6 TA was the difference, as 3,957 TA was necessary to advance to the next round. Also, with this cutoff, we're finally below 600 teams left in the contest. A special shout out though to the team that ends in 590th. Let's Just Make It Out of January, who completed their goal, as they made it to technically the second week of February. Congrats to them. Alright, flipping over to the individual side, and the top two people, Irish Warrior 022 and BU Pinder, were part of the three-man team known as Achievement Superhero Squad. So you would maybe expect one of their team members in the top three, and then another one in the top five, and then another one somewhere else. But no. Achievement Superhero Squad ends up with 1st, 2nd, and 50th on the individual side, as Irish Warrior 022 actually stole the top spot from his teammate on the final day, as he used Michael Phelps' Push the Limit to push himself over the top and gaining himself the top spot for this scoring period with his 17,060 TA from 525 achievements just by himself. Just off him though, with a little less than 300 TA difference at 16,728 and 374 achievements unlocked, is his teammate BU Pinder. Finishing out the top three for the individual side is Carl A2850AK, who unlocked 553 achievements for 16,620 TA. Dallas the Dude and Singres rounds out the top five for the individual side. Going to the bottom of the individual side now, and it's Unhandy Car, who unlocked 30 achievements for negative 1,419 TA. Just a reminder that when I'm talking about the bottom five, I do not add the individuals who were disqualified from the competition. A Maniac X, who was in the bottom five at midweek, was unable to do anything for the competition this scoring period, and has been eliminated with negative 732 TA from only 11 achievements unlocked. Mr. Cars, who was also down there at midweek, also is eliminated from the contest in the bottom three with negative 547 TA, and they unlocked only 2 achievements themselves. Molesdale and Lucifer's Medal rounds out the bottom five, but a special shout out to Finch Q, who definitely tried his hardest to get out of elimination, but was unsuccessful, ending up with negative 315 TA, despite the fact they unlocked 101 achievements for 2,815 gamer score. Those achievement ratios really do kill you. Looking at the bubble now, and the difference was actually greater on the team side than the individual side, as the difference on this side is 7 TA. I know, 1 TA is not that much of a difference, but you gotta remember, the last 2 times we looked at the individual side, it came down to decimal places. So for it to be whole numbers again is interesting. Jungle Wookie ends up being 10 TA from being safe, and maybe could have had it if they would have actually scored any achievements over the 2-week period. Looking at the top 3 games played for this scoring period, and it's again Halo the Master Chief Collection that takes another top 3 spot, this time though falling into second, as hashtag or pound symbol, depending on which generation you grew up in. IDARB takes the top spot, with the total amount of TA won at 541,015 TA. Halo the Master Chief Collection does take the most achievements popped though, with 7,914 during the scoring period alone. Riptide GP2 rounds out the top 3 games played for this scoring period alone. Let us pause now to remember all those that we lost during this double elimination period. Moving on to the badges, and we'll start with the Overachiever badge, which, surprisingly, goes to Achievement Superhero Squad, who ends up exactly 12,863 TA from second place. That was close, goes to Team AG Awaken, who was safe by 7 TA. Achievement Grinder goes to Kids Games Beware. We have Candy with their 4.665 TA ratio for the period. That was easy, goes to Red Team, who made that ridiculous flip from midweek to safety utilizing their bonus, as I said before, and ends the period with a .7562 ratio. Achieveaholics, for the third week running, goes to Achievement Superhero Squad, who bagged over 1,000 achievements for the period with their 1,078. The individual badges are the Overachiever goes to Achievement Superhero Squad's member Irish Warrior 022 for 17,060 TA. That was close, goes to Sensei Nico with his 323 TA, being safe by 7 points. Achievement Grinder goes to LJ Parnell for his 47.2 TA ratio. Paul Laserbeam overcame the drop with his .0555 ratio decay. It's a good way to earn badges if you can survive. And the Achieveaholics badge, this is a good time to mention that last scoring period there was actually a technological issue, and the Achieveaholics badge was awarded to the wrong person. Originally, Soul Shaker had won 2 in a row. Going back and looking at it though, it's actually Nelson AFC 1 who won the Achieveaholics badge on the individual side in scoring period number 2. Now back to this scoring period, and it's again Achievement Superhero Squad's Irish Warrior 022 with his 525 achievements won for the period. A couple prizes were won this last scoring period. Default won Planting's first Connect required game for a $10 Microsoft code, and then T-Bone Phone completed second Connect required stipulation. Bella's Big Game Hunter Hunting Party. Hopefully things will get back to normal and we'll only have another 1 week scoring period again, like we shoot for every week, which will mean that the next scoring period will be a chance for teams and individuals to earn a bonus. Until then, hopefully your team is there to compete for a chance to win another bonus. Good luck and keep scoring.